If you're new and want to see more videos, be sure to hit subscribe and hit that notification bell for new videos every single day. If you've done that, be sure to comment down below #PinkArmy, and as well, enjoy this video. Let's get this going.
Hey guys, what's going on? Smeltplates here. Welcome back to another Roblox video on Power Simulator. Today we are in the game and showing you guys all the new Meteor event locations and of course all the old locations as well, so you guys are up to date where to train in Power Simulator, because it's still the #1 game on the Roblox, which is still crazy. They're still popping, they're still going off. And yesterday's event was super insane. Of course, if you guys missed the event, go check out the video right now on screen, guys. It's on the channel. Would be absolutely ridiculous. So we're gonna start off with punch power, and then endurance, then psych force, then agility, and then swiftness. We're gonna show all the new locations, all the new things from lowest to highest, so you guys know what to train, and when you are able to go to the next one, you know where you need to go. So without further ado, guys, let's get right into punch power. So punch power spot #1 is going to be the rock over here. Requires 0 punch power, super duper easy. Punch the rock and you get yourself some punch power. Next up on the list is going to be the 10,000 punch power basic gym. We're going to go all the way past the bridge, over there, and then go to the left, over to this building over here with the 2 dumbbells on top. And you're gonna go inside and get yourself some punch power. Like I said, 10,000 punch power is required for this area, but of course it's gonna give you more every time you go higher. So basic gym is gonna be the 10,000 punch mark, and then you have to train until 1 million, and then we can go over to the gold gym. So gold gym is gonna be 1 million punch power. We're gonna go across the road over here to the right, over to the gold gym over here. Very easy to spot, of course, because of the golden dumbbells on top of the gym. The other ones had some stone dumbbells. Inside, you will require 1 million punch power. Get yourself a lot more, of course. While you're doing this, you can just be in the area and get yourself up to the next level, which is gonna be the 100 million mark. So you have to go from 1 million to 100 million. It's gonna take you a little bit, not that long though. So the 100 million mark, it's gonna be the heads area, which is actually super close by. You have to go swim a little bit though if you do not have the fly ability. I would highly recommend getting yourself the fly ability through quests before you even get to here, because I don't think you can even get up here without flying anyway. So be sure to get that, guys, before you even attempt training. So heads is going to be over here, guys, 100 million punch power. So if you punch over here, you get yourself some more. I do not have 100 million punch power, so I do not get an extra multiplier, but you would get it if you're next to these tiki heads over here on the ground. For the next area, it's actually super close by. It's next to it. You have to go train from 100 million to 10 billion punch power. It seems like a lot, but yes, you have to do it. So 10 billion punch power is over here. The Stonehenge looks really cool. I've actually never been here before making this video today, so that's really cool. Still exploring and finding new areas in Power Simulator every single day. So over here, Stonehenge, 10 billion punch power. You have to continue this until 300 billion. Which is a lot of punch power, so let's just go to there, which is gonna be one of the new locations. So we're starting out from spawn again. You're gonna go past the trampoline over there, to the right, up on the way. Of course, if you get fly, you can just fly over it. And over here we have the green meteor, and we're gonna be able to punch this for a total, like I said, of 300 billion punch power, which is a lot of punch power. So if you smack this, you get yourself a lot of multiplier. Again, don't have this amount to be able to get this multiplier, but still really awesome. This happened and it got added with yesterday's event, the meteor event. Like I said, if you guys want to check it out, the video is on the channel right now. So we're gonna go to the final area for today's video, another new location, and it's gonna require you 2 trillion punch power. So let's get right into there. Alright, so we've arrived at spawn once again, and you're gonna go fly actually, because there's literally, I don't think, no way to get to this area without flying. So be sure to do your quest like I've mentioned before. You gotta go all the way up to this rune castle that got hit yesterday by the meteor, which is crazy. And this rune castle is gonna require you to have 2 trillion punch power, and this right now is the highest current punch power in the game when this video has been made. So over here is the highest area where you can train your punch power and go for those leaderboard like positions, because of course this is the best area to train at. This got added yesterday again as well, so 2 new punch power locations, which is insane. Super duper cool. So with that punch power out of the way, let's go over to the next one, which is going to be endurance. Endurance has the most things, in my opinion, in the game, the best curve to train. So if you're gonna try to go for a leaderboard and starting off right now, I would recommend doing yourself some endurance training. So let's start off with the start. It doesn't have a zero area like the punch rock does, so you just have to go press your 2 ability, go and do some push-ups until you have 100 endurance, which shouldn't take you that long. And then we're gonna go over to the first location already, which is gonna be the ice factory. So if we're looking from above again, you're gonna go from spawn or next to the trampoline if you're gonna walk, and over here is the ice factory. Again, if you fly, just fly over to it. The ice factory is gonna require 100 endurance, and it's gonna be pretty easy, of course, to get that. So just fly through the window, go down, get into the cell, and get yourself some endurance training. You don't have to do anything, just stand in there, and you will receive some nice endurance levels, which is absolutely insane. I don't think actually that push-ups do make it faster. Maybe it does. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys have any more information on that, because I don't really do endurance training at all in Power Simulator. So if it does help out, let me know in the comment section down below right now with the hashtag push-ups work in the comment section down below if that actually makes a difference. So you have to continue that until you have 10,000 endurance, and then we're gonna go get our groove on. So what are we with that? It's gonna be, we're going to the dance club. Yes, we are today. So dance club over here. If you have spawn, you gotta go past the bridge. Boom, 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 and onto the dance club. We're gonna get ourselves some boogies. Gonna get some dances. We're gonna get our moves going, and yeah. After a lot of dancing, you've received yourself a grand total of 100,000 endurance. So from 10,000 over here at the dance club to 100,000, we are gonna go over to the sewer. The sewer is gonna like give you a lot more endurance as well. So this one is a little bit tricky to find. If you go over here, there actually is a hole. You can actually go through the underground, but I would like to go through this little hole because you're immediately in the sewer area where you can get yourself some endurance. So this requires you 100,000 endurance, which is absolutely awesome. And you have to go continue this until you have 1 million. Like, these steps are super small, and you're going to be able to go fly through all the endurance requirements because it's just the best curve in the game at the moment. So once you have yourself 1 million endurance, what we're gonna do is gonna go from spawn all the way over the bridge again and go over to the firehouse over here. This, like I said, is gonna require you to have 1 million endurance to train at, and you're just gonna go over here, go through the door or the window, and train yourself some more endurance. 1 million endurance required to train here. We have to do this all the way up to 10 million. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And that's going to be happening at the forge. So next up is the forge. You're going to go from spawn all the way this way, and we're going to go over to there. Next to, so the dance battle area is over here, and then we have the forge on the left, which is super easy to get to. And just go inside and boop, there we go. And then you can train yourself some endurance. If you have 10 million endurance, super duper easy peasy lemon squeezy. Can I even get this? Do I have enough? Yes, I actually have 10 million endurance. I didn't even know I had this, but that's absolutely fine by me. So forge is there, and you have to train here until you have not 100 million, but 10 and then 1 billion endurance, which is pretty crazy. So let's get over to the next area. If you have yourself 1 billion endurance. So if you have yourself 1 billion endurance, we can go over to the place that I think everyone has seen on the map, which is going to be the volcano. So go from spawn, over, swim, fly, whatever you need to do to the volcano. And like I said, this requires you to have 1 billion endurance. So we're going up from 10 million to 1 billion, which is quite a big step. But there's some other skills that have the same thing. So over here, you will train yourself 1 billion endurance. So ooh, it's getting quite high right now, guys. Getting quite high. Let me know, do you have any, like, are you getting cold feet even though you're in lava? But it's absolutely fine. So you have to train here until 100 billion endurance, and then we can go over to the nuclear plant, which is literally right next to the volcano, so it's super easy to do. So nuclear plant is going to be over here. Gonna go inside, but like this, plop, and then we have ourselves another door, and then you can go inside over here and get yourself some endurance training in the nuclear plant. I sadly cannot do this because I don't have 100 billion endurance because it's just way too high. where you're gonna train here until you have 1 trillion endurance. Oh my lordy. And at 1 trillion, of course, you're gonna go from the nuclear plant over to the new oil rig, which has been added in the game pretty recently. You're gonna go over to this fiery place right here and get yourself a lot of endurance training at the 1 trillion mark. You have to do this until 4 trillion, and that's gonna go conclude the final area, one of the new training areas as well, which is gonna be the blue meteor. For the blue meteor, you just literally go out of spawn and you are next to the rune castle, because the rune castle actually got hit by the blue meteor, which is over here, which allows you to train your endurance at 4 trillion. So this is the final one for endurance, so go train over here if you want to get yourself the best leaderboard XP, the best leaderboard endurance numbers in the game. So go train over here until, of course, there's a new area added that is higher than 4 trillion, which probably will take a little bit, maybe even this weekend, because there would be a update this weekend, which is going to be insane. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. Of course, if you guys are new to the channel and haven't subscribed right now, be sure to subscribe to the channel, because we're pumping out as much as Power Simulator content as possible for you guys, their faces. If there's something new, I'm showing it off in the YouTube side of things. So after endurance, we're gonna go over to Psychic Force, my best and loved skill in the game, because I right now have a total of, let me actually check, guys. Let me check right now. I have 1.36 trillion Psychic Force, which is okay. It's not the most at the moment, but it's still my highest skill right now in the game. So we're gonna start off with Psychic Force. To start up with training Psychic Force, you just get yourself 1k by just sitting there, meditating in the air, floating like an absolute boss. And after you have 1,000 of the Psychic Force, you're gonna go over to this bridge over here on the left of spawn, so not the one on the right, and there's actually gonna be a shipwreck underneath inside the water. So this one's a little bit tricky to find, so I thought I should show it to you guys. Be sure to disable your water walking if you actually have it unlocked, because otherwise you cannot get underwater. So the first area over here is gonna be the shipwreck for 1k Psychic Force. You're gonna continue this until 10,000. So at 10,000 Psychic Force, we're gonna go from spawn over to the top of the temple right there. And that is going to require you 10,000 Psychic Force to train at. This is actually going to continue until only a measly 100,000. So again, another easy step, just like endurance. So top of the temple over here requires you 10,000 Psychic Force. So just go over here and meditate, boom, bada beam, and get yourself a bunch of Psychic Force XP every single time. Super easy peasy, lemon squeezy. After that, we're gonna go fly immediately towards the next area, which is gonna be requiring, like I said, 100,000 Psychic Force, which is gonna be the lighthouse. Super easy to find if we're gonna go over here from the temple, bada beam, bada boom, next to the golden dumbbells, and then you will find yourself the lighthouse. You have to actually get onto the top of the lighthouse, so I think this actually requires you to have flight. So be sure to get yourself those quests done as soon as possible, and then you can train yourself some Psychic Force over here at the 100,000 mark. You have to continue this until 1 million, so a little bit of grinding later, and you should have yourself a 1 million Psychic Force. And so if you have yourself 1 million, we're down to go to the pyramid. So get yourself from spawn all the way over to the bridge, and then we're gonna go get it. Like, we have to go quite a little distance to get to the next area, so we're gonna go all the way around this. Bada beam, bada. It's actually it's faster running for me right now than it actually is to fly there, because fly is actually pretty slow. But on the side of this rock right here next to the dance central, we'll find ourselves a temple. This temple requires you to have 1 million Psychic Force, but of course it's gonna be easy training right here if you've entered this temple area. I think this is one of my favorite places to be in the game, even though it's quite bad at the moment for my current Psychic Force. But you have to stick here until you have 1 billion Psychic Force, which is a very, very, very big step. Yes, guys, I know I've been asking around, seeing if I maybe missed something, but no, it goes from a 1 million to 1 million Psychic Force. So you have to do a lot of grinding, guys. But once you have 1 billion, we're gonna go over to the sky. So if you look from spawn up to the top left, there should be a little island chilling right here. So this island with beautiful sakura trees actually is going to be the next destination for our training. On the left is a little temple called Small Island, which requires you to have 100 billion Psychic Force. If you're training right here, you'll get yourself, of course, a lot of Psychic Force. This was up to recently the best thing until the last area, which is the 4 trillion mark. But no, with the new event, there's actually a new area added, which only requires 1 trillion Psychic Force. I say only 1 trillion, it's still quite a lot, but from 100 billion to 1 trillion is better than 100 billion to 4 trillion. So next one of this, guys, is gonna be the new red meteor at 1 trillion psychic force. This one again requires flight, so go over from spawn, blah blah boo, over to the dense area. Like, there's a lot of stuff centered around the dense central area. It's like super nice as a waypoint. But up on the top of the mountain is going to be the last meteor of today's video, which is going to be the red meteor. This one will require you to have 1 trillion psychic force there for next to it. And trading, we're going to see also a bunch of psychic force. I'm getting like myself 53 million psychic force every single time I'm getting myself a tick, which is absolutely ridiculous. So there's one better area, guys, and that's going to be until 4 trillion, like I said before. So you have to train from 1 trillion to 4 trillion once again, and we have to go back to our favorite island in the game, and that's going to be the big island in the sky. So we've arrived at Big Island. Over here on the top, there actually is nothing over here, but there's one over here that says Big Island. It requires you 4 trillion psychic force, and it's going to be the best area for you to train your psychic force in the game at the moment. So we see a little bit of a trend with everything going around the 4 to 2 trillion mark, which is pretty awesome. So we're going to have 2 things left, and that's going to be Swiftness, and that's going to be Agility. So for both of them, we're actually seeing a lack of areas in the game. There's actually now a few compared to before, when there were actually 0 areas for you guys to train, and you could only train by literally walking and jumping, because agility is trained by jumping and the swiftness is trained by sprinting around. So if you have yourself 20 swiftness, which probably you will have before you even see the treadmill, because you get it so fast, you can go on the treadmill and get yourself some swiftness training into there. So instead of getting yourself right now 120, I get myself 600. So it's like a ×5 multiplier on the treadmill. Maybe there will be more swiftness areas in the future, but right now there's only 1 in the game. And then of course we have ourselves the agility one, which is a pretty fun one in my opinion, and it's going to be the giant trampoline over here in the backyard. It requires you to have 100 agility, so just jump a few times until you have 100 agility, then go to the trampoline, and you'll make yourself some more agility gains as well. So that's going to be it for me today. These are all the training locations in the game, including the new meteor areas that have been added yesterday's event. So that's absolutely ridiculous. If you guys did enjoy this video, of course, smash the like button down below, subscribe if you're new, use code Defild in the Roblox shop if you're buying yourself some Robux, would really help me out as well. And of course as well, be sure to share the video with your friends. Would be absolutely ridiculous and helps me out a ton. So guys, I'll say take care, love you, bye, thanks so much for watching, and of course, take care.